Ayo, you. Two. What's poppin', family? What you got going on? You know, I'm back with another bang as usual. So make sure you tap that like button so we could do more numbers. You know, and remain humble because we know we got the Lord above us at all times, you know, guiding us through, you know, getting us to a better place, a mind and peace. Because it's not easy, you know, it's not taught, you know, it's something that can't be mimicked. You know, a lot of people been pretending, faking. And, you know, we venting, you know, we showing y'all how to stay positive, do it all, how to live it, you know, how to give it your best shot. Because we getting slighted, you know, we not getting the support, we not getting the heightened love and, you know, just the unity of the community. You know, it just seems like it's a lot of cutthroat. You know, a lot of people just trying to find ways to hustle and scam. You know, they're not really trusting. They're not really trying to touch you or, you know, covet you the way the Lord has governed over the community for so long. It's like we done lost the ways and the arts of how to, you know, just behave and how to be smart and think critically and not just throw it all away, you know, just for a viral moment or an opportunity, you know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta really try to consolidate, you know what I'm saying, and be able to appropriately approach and have the honorable, the most, you know, the notable, how can I say, actions. Because that's not what we're seeing today. You know, we're seeing people crashing. People is being encouraged to crash out left and right. And that's no good. You know, we don't want to see people lashing out. Like, why people don't support you when you coming up, when you going through what you're going through. When they saw you out there, you know, on the street, they laugh. They treat you like a dog because they feel like they better. They feel like they better than me, my own damn family. Because I done ended up in predicaments and situations, but it's like damn near half of America or more, you know, is feeling the frustrations of the economy and the gas prices, you know, everybody complaining. You know, people just got to be smooth out here, man, because, you know, we got to use our brain, we got to use our tools and our mind to do different things. You know, we can't be out here just lying to each other, acting like it's not snakes out here, you know, in the grass trying to take us out. That's why I try to come to Walmart, work out, you know, give y'all these tips. Thank you for the likes too. I know that's what I'm going to keep your mind sharp out here, man, because it get dark. You know, people, they trying to impede on your space, you know, and tear you apart. They want you to, you know, crash out. They don't want you to stay, see what I'm saying? It's probably one of y'all in the comments right now trolling. I mean, why you worrying about my location for? I'm out here, you know, I'm old. I'm just looking, you know. But I know what I'm talking about because, you know, that's what I've been through. And then some of y'all, you know, you just want to tear a brother down. You don't want to give him an opportunity to get out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't want to see me. I'm not in New York. I've been left New York because there's nothing but demons out there. And you one of them. You trying to leak the location. That's what they was doing when I was out there every day, trying to catch me slipping. It's devastating because it be your own kind, man. That they they want to try to penetrate, and they want to try to, take you out your element because they see you in a better place, you in a better state, and you doing better stuff. So they want to get a taste of that lifestyle. But we're not giving up. We here, man. Until they give us our flowers, we gotta share the power of God. This is the universe right here. Abs made out of steel, man. They make abs in the kitchen. Police is lurking right there. Yeah, man, we in Walmart doing what we do, man. For real. Tearing them up. You said oil? Nah, this is just, well, I put some oil in my head. Yeah, man. Make sure y'all subscribe because we're going to be coming through. We're going to be having more lives. We fit to survive, man. This is what God planned. They trying to take us out. They don't want us to stream. They don't want us to have an opportunity to make it out because they want to see me in the county. They want to lock me down for being homeless. They trying to make it a crime out here. So I'm holding it down. I'm staying aware, coming through prepared, recording it all, showing to the world how, they trying to trap me. When all I do is have fun, I make people laugh, I make people happy. That's what I'm doing. Because that's what makes me happy. You know what I'm saying? But they slowly trying to pursue it. And they want to shoot you down, like the planes. Like Iran and Iraq right now. They playing games. It's like 1 minute the war's over. The next minute it's back on. I don't know what Trump want to do with these fools because, it's corny, man. Like, we all should be at peace. We all should be able to afford a living. But you can't even do it on your own. So they trying to force people to come together. And it's still not working because they're getting frustrated. This is why we see the rates get higher and higher. Because people can't face the truth. People want to keep trying to lie to you. But I'm going to tell you what it is. You're valuable. You got a lot more to give than you got to lose. So don't crash out. I'm not in the mood, it's flagrant out here with these dudes. Still sore from yesterday. I've been moving around, trying to keep myself hydrated because it's so warm out. But we're gonna pull back into y'all, show you how to maneuver. Because I know it's a lot of people that's about to come out to these streets, it's gonna be a whole nother wave, you know. And San Francisco right now, the crime is through the roof. It's crazy. Seattle, another state, like people is tired, you know. They just ready to overtake the government, you know what I'm saying, and make their own situation work for themselves. Because it's never too late. You just gotta be able to help. You gotta know what you're coming to get. You gotta love yourself. You know, you can't be out here acting hit and acting like, you know, you're not going through it. Thank you for them likes. We all going through it. So why keep leading with hate? Why keep fighting? Why not be positive? Why not highlight the people who've been doing it over 7 years? You know, I've been physically fit over 30, trying to share my remedies with the community, and I'm out here. But they tear you down, you know, they laugh at you. Laugh now, cry later, man. That attitude is not getting nobody nowhere. They mad at you because you doing something different. You got your own mind. You know, it's a vicious cycle. And they feel like, oh, because you black, you're supposed to think just like you, or we all supposed to be on one accord. And it's like, nah, it's different cycles, it's different ways that, you know, you gotta wear and tear to be able to afford, you know, your sanity, your safety. Because it's never going to be promised. Especially when you got dudes getting snatched up out the community, going to prison. And let's be honest, man, we don't know, you know, who these fools is or who they gonna turn into. It's like, now you got them around your kids, you know. It's just not realistic. They're not good influences, but y'all praise them like they supposed to be some special something. Everything is a setup, man. Don't trust nothing, man, because I'm telling you, they're gonna give us hell. Trump is about to clean up Chicago as well. You know, you got the FBI going out there, and they just thwarted them attacks in DC. So you see what's going on over there, and plus, you know, when you really think about it, right, you can't really trust it too much because, you know, people want to try to cut your water short. You know, they cutting your light off, your electricity. So it's like a light bulb, man. You're gonna be the one to stand out. Your ethnicity, all of your experiences. That's what makes us who we are. So, you know, now we gotta be able to amplify it and, you know, kind of put it in a bottle, sell it. You know, make up something so that people could have an outlet instead of yelling, screaming, fighting, and being on demon time. Now I'm showing the kids, now I'm showing the positive side. You know, how to think critically and not put yourself back in the clink. You be like this. CO, I need tissue. I need water. What's the issue, sir? What's the issue? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what they gonna be doing to you. Then they gotta strip you down. You gotta show another man all of this stuff. Like, who wanna be going through all of that? You know what I'm saying? You getting too old now. You gotta relax, take care of them babies, man. Y'all wanna crash out and leave the kids and the women to take care of everything by themselves now. And take care of you while you in there? Come on, it's foolish. It don't make no sense, man. Like, y'all really just out here doing destruction. You know what I'm saying? And it's nothing to just turn the blind eye. But now it's a ripple effect, because now what about the kids? You know, what about the youth that's coming next? You didn't think about that. You just thought about yourself. And that's the problem with the community. You know, we need help. We sick. We worshiping the wrong things instead of worshiping God. Where's Jesus at? You know what I'm saying? Why you not in the church? Give that energy back to God. You need to get the Holy Ghost first before you could even try to react, and you could try to throw shade at the next person and attack them and blame them for your situation. Why you ain't praying? That's what our mothers, that's what our fathers taught us, you know what I'm saying? We gotta stay in the pocket, man. Cause we jumping off the porch, we jumping out the top, and we jumping, and it's just getting worse. Yeah, I know that. I seen that. I posted that. Shit. But this what we talking about. See, you glorifying the wrong thing right now. We talking about the community and getting back, you know what I mean, to the ways of where we was at when the Panthers had, you know, the situation. Oh yeah, well, I appreciate you, Robert. Thank you for coming out here. You know, I appreciate the engagement. You know, all you doing is helping the live stream so that we can stay in the algorithm. So say whatever you gotta say, man. Get it off. You know, we got thick skin. We already know the attack is coming. We know that's what y'all want to do. Y'all want to harass. Y'all want to label people. Y'all want to make people something that they never said. But that's all right. You know, we not mad because we know what we got to do in the near future to be like successful and to continue to, you know, have. You said what? Well, I'm always by myself for the most part. You know what I mean? Besides you guys, you know, y'all the only ones who keep me company and who I talk to and who I, you know, work out with. So I don't got no partners as far as I'm concerned. So you telling me something new, but um, you know, that's what you got to do. You got to clear your mind. You know what I'm saying? You got to get out there, get focused, man, because time waits for no man. And y'all worrying about romance. Y'all worrying about love. But this is not the era for that. You know, we in medieval times. We see sons killing their moms, moms killing their daughters, brothers killing their sisters, brothers killing brothers. Like, it's just getting too depression for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not going to ignore it. I'm going to teach the lessons on how we got to be spreading more love out here instead of trying to attack people for what they believe, man. Like, that's the problem right there. People want to try to shame or insult and try to, you know, make you seem like you less than what you are. But it's like they can't hold a grain of salt. They can't walk a mile in my shoes if they had to. So you really think I care about what they thought or what they got to say? You know, I pay attention, man. You know, I'm razor sharp and I'm living in real time, in real life, you know. With my mind, I don't use the heart because my heart is pure. And they could get me in trouble if I let the wrong people get around me because then they're going to cut me off. Just like they always have, you know, my own family. You know, my dad, my mom, you know, they both had different times where they failed me for real when I needed them all along, you know, when I was a kid. And then they thought a child support check was supposed to raise me. But it don't. Child support don't raise the kids, man. You need men. You know what I'm saying? You can't raise a man. Word K. Michelle said you can't raise a man. This is what they're trying to do. And now when everything is all thrown off and unbalanced, now they want to throw it back on you and say, oh, it's your fault. But they wanted to take on the challenge all along anyway. So that's what they want. That's what it's for. It's death by design. could feel it, you could smell the evil in the air these days. You know, a lot of people, they not honest, they not trying to be, they not performing the way God would want them to if he was watching, which he always is, but that's what they forget. You know what I'm saying? And now they want to try to snake you, set you up, have you in some ish that you wasn't even thinking of. You just minding your business. You trying to do what you do, grind it out, you know, and witness, you know, the testament to the faith, because you living in your truth and you staying close to God. You staying away from people because you don't know who's who at the end of the day. You ain't grow up here, so it's like you can't tell. But people swear they know who's real, who's fake, and shit. Hell, why they always going through something? Then when it hits the fan, you know, they putting that belt to ass. You see your man Meek Mill just got robbed by his best friend, 200K cash. You know what I'm saying? Now the FBI done came and got him. But I thought Meek wanted to beef with DJ Academics. Why? Because he a civilian. Then when the hip hop police, everybody start getting into it. Oh, now you want to bow down, right? Now you want to give the affiliates and the civilians grace. But y'all treat us like, you know, y'all gonna spit in our face and we supposed to bow down to you. You supposed to be, you know, like the leader of the black community or something. And it's like, nah, we not following the foolishness no more. This is not how it's supposed to be. You know, we looking at the future and we saying, we can't keep bringing this with us. Like, we gotta let go of this baggage. Because that mindset, you know, that's what happens. And now these women get left out here and these dudes in there on the inside living like lavish. You see Taxstone, you see Casanova. They got phones, they got knives, they got all that, so they happy. But you could have stayed free and had so much more. It just don't make no sense to me. But you so ready to, you know, try to do something for a name, or, you know, you want to get back. And it's strange to me because it's like y'all care more about the dead than the living. That's a fact. Talk to me, man. What y'all want to know? Tap in. Make sure you tap that like button too. Slap it, smack it, grab it, do what you gotta do when you come in the room. That's all I'm gonna see. Misery love company, man. You know what I'm saying? They want to get next to you. They want to try to feed off that. Because they see you lovely, you at peace, you know. You're not at war. Even if you're in the street, you still know how to take care of yourself. For rich or poor, that's the vows. That's real love. It ain't just about ups and downs or just being able to control the narrative. So your happiness is more important and endowed than just working out and being able to work out, you know, a simple deal. Y'all gotta make it complicated, you know, family is real. Like, you start seeing things for what it is as you get older, and you know, you're not a kid, you thought they gonna be there forever, but it's like, nah, people get tired of the BS too. You know, people wanna do what they wanna do. We all grown, so why are you trying to now make the next person miserable because you are? That's really what it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all out here having all of these kids, y'all ain't getting married, you ain't taking care of them, in and out of prison, and then you want to blame everybody else but yourself because of your situation. You know, we see these killing left and right, people going after their own kids and stuff. It's like, it's not right, man. You know, y'all need to pipe down, you need to settle down, or you just need to be by yourself at this point, because right now trying to be in love and relationships and dating, this is not the era for that. Like, it's cap. You with somebody for a couple months, and then the next thing you know, it's all over with already because of what? Because you couldn't control, or you couldn't be able to deal with it, you know, whatever they did. So now you're just trying to get the next person or the next dick, and you just jumping from situationship to situationship. It's not good, because it's hurting your mental and your kids. Seeing you with a different man every couple months, it's like they wondering where their father is at. Now he's MIA because you out here giving everybody the benefit of the doubt, but you don't even know that the devil is the same one you letting inside your house. You know what I'm saying? So it's a struggle. You know, you gotta be mentally and focused physically. You know, you gotta be in shape, because they creep through. You know, they try to take anything they can, like thieves in the night. You know, it's not safe. You know, you don't know these people. So you better behave. You better keep your mind focused on something positive in these days and times. You know, it ain't like before, where you could be honest and you could, you know, trust people and try to be more, you know, positive and close with God, and try to, you know, get to a better opportunity, or give somebody a better opportunity that you see they might be going through something. That's the righteousness inside of you. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, by you being affiliated, they could strike you down because you don't even know what they into. You know, you didn't do the research. You didn't do the homework. You just felt like it's the honeymoon stage. So now you're just ready to do any and everything. You know, they saying the right things and it's cool for the moment. You know what I'm saying? But you refuse to look in the mirror and say, I might bite the issue. So let me step back. Let me get off the market. You know what I'm saying? That's not what they do. They just try to target, you know, individuals and groups, and put them, pin them together. So all that frustration and, you know, that physical deprivation, you taking it out on each other. And you laying up there, you know, you trying to make yourself feel better because you thinking that that's going to give you that thrill or that relief for that point in time, when really you should just be chilling, you know, fall back. Don't jump into nothing so quick and now you can't even get out because you're getting attacked spiritually and you don't even know it. You know, there's demons everywhere out here. They showing their true colors. You know, your heart is cold. I know it's like it's frozen. You know, you're too old to keep living in the moment. You gotta live for the future. You know what I'm saying? They trying to use you as an agent. You know, they want to abuse you. They want you to just keep taking anything. They don't want to put forth the effort. They don't want to put forth the work. So you got to remove yourself first before you even, you know what I'm saying? You got to be on high alert. Like, you got to make sure that you're doing what works. And you're not just trying to act out of anger or out of hurt, pain. takes us out of our element sometimes, you know, so we just gotta stay out the way. It's the only way to be.
Jamaican men, can I say something?
But I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you like it, you know, make sure you share, subscribe, and you know, hit that notification bell so you could get more of the insight and the inside of the mind